got a chance to see Borderlands based on the video game starring Cate Blanchett. Let's talk about it right now. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for spending time with me as we rant about movies, comic books, and television shows, as well as the occasional board game. I am your host, Frank Zank. I'm an award-winning screenwriter, novelist, and comic book writer, as well as a filmmaker. Doing another budget this week for another group, and I just finished up treatment for my horror film, so I'm going to start reaching out to investors. So I'll let you know how that goes as well. That's going to be my thing next week. I'm also giving a class next week if you guys are interested in that on low-budget filmmaking, financing, all that stuff. All right, so also, if you can give me a like, give me a subscribe, that would be great. And remember, too, that we're doing our pre-launch right now for Myth Lords, the classic monsters card game featuring all your favorite classic monsters. You'll find the link in the description below about where you can sign up and get notifications. All right, so let's jump into Borderlands. I want to start by saying that I've never played the Borderlands game. So that may be a differentiation in my review, and I can tell you that my review is going to go against most of other reviewers. As soon as I got out of the theater, I did an out-of-theater review, and I openly said, that's without me seeing anybody's Rotten Tomatoes, anything. I said that the reviewers were going to chop this up, and I knew it. It's not made for reviewers, and quite possibly it's not made for Borderland fans. So Eli Roth is the director / writer. The other writer that he has on here, I don't know what the affiliation is with this other guy, but he hasn't written anything. So it was pretty much 100% Eli Roth. And again, he's a hit and miss director. You know, he's not an Academy Award winning director to any sense. He did the Hostel movies. He did the Death Wish remake. The House with the Clock on Its Walls, where he met and probably worked with Jack Black. He also worked with Ana de Armas when nobody knew who that was, with Knock Knock. So yeah, he also did Thanksgiving, the horror movie Thanksgiving. So he's got a lot of stuff under his belt, but nothing, absolutely nothing, that is of notable high critic reviews. Nothing is critically acclaimed that he's directed. It's just the way it is. So I already knew that walking in that this was going to be a hit or miss film, and that this was going to be, if anything, it was just going to be something that was just a fun little film that you just not going to leave your brain at the door. So I knew going in that I was going to either enjoy it or not enjoy it based on the characters and the humor. It was already sold as a Guardians of the Galaxy type of film, and that's exactly kind of what I got. Not to the extent of Guardians of the Galaxy. I've seen the original Guardians of the Galaxy 20 million times. So this is not a movie I'm going to see over and over again. However, I probably will watch it again. I can say the interaction between the characters was fun, and I agree with what a lot of the reviewers said. First of all, the CGI is good at points and really bad at other points, especially with the cars. Whenever there was cars, the way that they moved was very bad. Whoever was the one that was controlling the movement or mapping out the movement of vehicles was very bad. But I was going to see this film no matter what, because I'm a big fan of Cate Blanchett. You can see her behind me playing Hela. I also have a Elizabeth I figure downstairs that matches her face. So, and if they made a figure of this, I'd buy it too. I mean, it's very anime. The way that they made her with the hair like that, and all the bright colors. I loved all the bright colors in the film, and I can tell that she was trying to play an action hero. The way she stood, the way she moved, everything was, even with the way she shot her gun, everything screamed action hero. And I think she pulled it. Everything here is over the top. So if you think that, 10's as far as you can go, no, everything's like 11. Everything's 11. The way Jack Black played Claptrap, everything is over the top. Everything. But I leaned into that. The funny part is the only person that's not over the top is Kevin Hart. He played the straight man throughout that was a different role for him, because he is trying to be an action hero. Even though he's like 5'2", he's trying to be an action hero, and I think he pulls it off too. I think everybody pulls off their roles pretty well. Everyone is a completely different personality, and I appreciate that, where every character had their own voice. And I thought the action scenes were generally good. I'm also a big fan of Janina Gaffigar. And in fact, you're not going to be able to see it, but I have a signed picture of her right here. I met her at Comic-Con. She wasn't signing at Comic-Con. I just met her walking in. I'll see if I could find the picture and put it up. But you can see that that's like at the front door if I do put it up. But anyway, I'm a big fan of hers. I'm a big fan of Cate Blanchett. Jack Black's he's a take it or leave it for me. Kevin Hart's a take it or leave it for me. Jamie Lee Curtis, the same thing. But those two, for sure, I go see pretty much anything they're in, because Janina even did low-budget stuff, and I went to go see it. It was good to see Gina Gershon come back. And then we had Ariana Greenblatt as Tiny Tina. And I thought she gave, again, over-a-top performance, but I thought she gave a fun performance. And that's how we have to look at this. It's a fun performance. It's not going to win any Oscars, so it's not going to be this, anything that the reviewers are going to say, that was an awesome performance. What's great about Cate Blanchett is that she can win an Oscar in one day and then hey, I'm going to do a little cheesy action movie the next day. I love the fact that she's like, "Look, I just want to have fun with my career. If it makes money, it makes money. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Everybody knows my range." Because she also did that other movie, which I really hated. I forgot the name of it, where it was like in the 30s, and it was so boring. Meanwhile, she did the other one. She was telling the future, and that one, I was early on in her career, and she was great in that. And that's what really made me, be a fan of hers, was that original film. And she played no accent at all. She played an American in that one. But, of course, she was in all the Lord of the Rings. So she's had a very, very colorful career. Nightmare Alley was the one I was thinking of. But even prior, she played Euphoria. She was a voice in Euphoria. But Greenblatt, she played I think she played the daughter in Barbie. But yeah, she's done a couple of things as well. I'm still trying to find this movie. That's right, she was in Missing. Oh my God, she's got so many credits. It's crazy. Elizabeth was early on in her career. The Gift. If you have not seen The Gift, that is an amazing, amazing film, and I highly recommend it. But yeah, so we have a really good cast in here that kind of know what they're doing, but they all just decided they wanted to have fun. And again, she looks like an anime character, and she leans into it. So I can't really fault any of the actors here. It's not their fault if this thing fails. And I had fun with it. So I am recommending the film on the fact that it's just a fun film. What the problem is, and what my main problem is with it, is that it starts out as this... first of all, it's got a twist in there, and I saw the twist coming from a mile away. I mean, the first 15 minutes of the film, I already knew what the twist was. So it's not like, it's a surprise. And then, of course, at the at the end, the last third of the film. So the beginning of the film is more like the Wastelands type of thing, where it's like Mad Max. So it's like a sci-fi Mad Max. Again, we have some bad effects with the vehicles. Gina Gallagher's on this flying machine, and it's very obvious that it's either a green screen or it's a some kind of a volume wall behind her. It's pretty bad. But some of the other effects I thought were pretty decent. But it's a hit and miss as far as the effects are concerned. Like the sea creature, that was mostly decent. And then the end effects, I won't tell you what happens at the end. I won't really do any spoilers. But the end effects I thought were pretty decent too. But so my problem is that it changes tone. It changes genre, really. So we start out with this sci-fi Mad Max, and you could even say that it's kind of like Fallout, in the beginning portions of it. But then at the last quarter of the film, it turns into a superhero movie. And then I saw that Avi Arad, who was the original guy that started out with the Marvel Universe, so he was a Marvel guy. I saw that he was attached. I'm like, well, now I know why it switched. Again, it changed direction so hard at the end that it would give you whiplash. It was almost like it could have been like a Indiana Jones. They're looking for these keys to unlock this vault, and it could have been this Indiana Jones meets Mad Max, which I think that works actually. But then they take this hard right and make it into a superhero film, and that just did not work. So you get whiplash at the end, going, what just happened? And I think that's going to be the majority of where people have a problem with it, is that this ending that takes this hard right into a different genre. So I think they should have stuck with, here's the an Indiana Jones situation, and we're these treasure hunter type of thing, because they even call them treasure hunters to a certain extent. And so all that would have worked. And then it goes, I can't believe that they greenlit that, and nobody said, hey, this is a problem. It's whiplash. So I don't know. But overall, I liked the film. I really wish there was some other writers in this for plot, because I would love to see these characters again. So as far as I know already, everybody's saying, this is going to lose money. Ha ha, Jack Black. Ha ha. Look, everybody's boycotting you. If you're boycotting an entire studio like Disney, I get it. All the crew is going to get paid. The actors are going to get paid. The rest of it falls on Disney. However, if you're boycotting for one actor, which did not happen with Will Smith after the slap with Bad Boys, why boycott all the rest of everything for what Jack Black did stupidly? It wasn't even him; it was his bandmate. So I don't believe in that. I don't believe in boycotting an actor because they said something stupid online. If I did that, I would have boycotted all of Mandalorian because Pedro Pascal's stupid. But here we have a film that's $115 million. They spent another $30 million, they said, in marketing. So now we're up to basically $150 million. So it needs to make at least $300 million plus. But as far as distribution's concerned, and because it's based on a video game, they said that they already have 60% of the production costs back based on the pre-sales. So what that means is that they offered the film to distribution companies internationally, and the international distribution companies guaranteed them 60% of their money back. So we already know it's going to hit at least $200 million based on the international numbers, or based on this article, I should say. which is The Independent, is what where this information is coming from. So it's really not going to lose its ass. It may lose some money, but it's not going to lose its ass. It's not going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars or anything to that effect. But it's going to be too bad if it doesn't, because even though this film is middle of the road, it's an average film, even though that's the case, I really like the characters, I really like the actors playing them, and I would definitely go see a sequel to it. So let's hope it does halfway decent, but I think that the downfall of the film is that last quarter. The way they ended it was just poor. I completely agree with everyone there. I completely agree with the CGI criticism. I don't agree that it's got poor acting in it. I think the action is fun. I think the film is generally fun. I did chuckle and laugh several times. So whether some of those other things fell or not, I mean, again, Jack Black is just over the top with his thing, but and I like the cuteness of Tina. So, it is what it is. If you're just going to go to have a fun, leave your brain at the door, this is the movie for you. If you're looking for more depth, this ain't it. This ain't it. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think. Did you go see it? Are you going to go see it? Are you just, it's just not for me kind of thing? Let me know. And if you have seen it, do you agree that it's just a piece of crap, or did you have fun with it? All right, so remember to give me if I'm going to rate it from a scale from 1 to 10, I'll probably give it a 7. I thought it was above average. And a lot of other people are going to think it's below average, so that's why I'm saying I'm not going to really match everybody else, because, yes, I looked at it through other glasses. I looked at it through just fun movie-going experience as opposed to, it's directed really well, and it's acted really well, and it's none of those things. It's none of those things, man. It was like going to see a lower budget film, even though it was $100 million. That's what it was like. Anyway, remember to give me a thumbs up, give me that like if you can, and subscribe if you can as well. I'm trying to grow the channel out. And also remember to click the link below and check out Mythlord's Classic Monsters, where you're playing as the different monsters. It's a very easy card game. I was teaching it. I was at Gen Con, and I was teaching it in 10 minutes. It was lots of fun meeting everyone and playing with them. All right. Thank you so much, and check out some of my other videos as well, and I will see you on the next one.